My hearty welcome to everybody. We have successfully completed the journey of campus to corporate the past 5 days. The session entirely summarizes what we have undergone the past days. It will be more helpful and also it's a kind of revision. Okay, stay tuned. As usual, we are starting this summary session with a positive affirmation prayer. You can recite silently and thanking God for the session went well successfully. Dear God, I place my humble needs before you, my need to meet my responsibilities in the world, my need to use my God-given talents and abilities, my need to fulfill my place here on earth. I pray for your guidance now to show me the way to the perfect opportunity to do what I love, to do what I can do well, and what will fulfill my needs mentally, spiritually, and financially. Help me to walk in faith as you show me the way. I am praying for everyone in the universe. Let them be safe, happy, peaceful, and healthy. Thank you, God, for listening to us. You know very well whom you are listening to. Even I would like to introduce myself again. You are listening to me for the past 5 days. I have started my career as a lecturer in a college only. Around 17 years of experience I'm carrying as an academician. After that, I entered into the corporate world and I was working as a project manager. I served in Wipro and many leading corporates as a trainer. I currently handling Cognizant training batches. We conduct more induction programs for leading corporate, and apart from that, I mostly handle soft skill as well as a technical training like C Sharp, .NET, Java, and all. And leadership is my lovely area what I used to handle. The people who really aspire to become an entrepreneur, I'm ready to give the tips how to become an entrepreneur. And moreover, I love to be myself and I never pretend what I'm not. So that's good about me. And I'm happy to address you all. Even we didn't see physically, this virtual classroom connected many people. I'm so happy that who are all listening should definitely get a benefit out of this session. On behalf of Inspire team, our sincere thanks to Alagappa University Chief Patron Professor N. Rajendran Vice Chancellor, Patron Professor H. Guru Malesh Prabhu Registrar, Advisor Professor B. Dharmalingam, EIC Hub, Convener Dr. Ilankumaran, Director EIC Hub, Course Coordinator Dr. C. Balakrishnan, Assistant Professor ASD. Really, I'm more thankful to them who helped me to meet all the young minds to sharpen their knowledge and skill. Once again, my sincere thanks on behalf of Inspire Softech Solution to Alagappa University entire team and as well as the participants, the professors, all learned people. I'm so happy to meet you in this virtual platform. Thank you for peaceful listening. Yes, we are going to deal with now the learning journey summary. Okay, so what we learned in the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Right? One by one session wise, I'm going to give you a brief. Because already we discussed so many things in detail. So only brief discussion is going to happen. If you want to refer anything in detail, okay, so you can go ahead session wise and you can listen to the video. So day 1, session 1, exciting that was, okay, because the session was totally dealt with what is hard skill and what is soft skill. Why do we want to develop a skill? The campus versus corporate, the differences. And we discussed about build skill, build and all, how to set up a goal. And I gave you the assignment also. That was an exciting moment. What we discussed on the day, so the hard skill is which is measurable, and soft skill which can be felt only. And campus to corporate, this entire program is to make you industry ready only. Okay. So what is the difference here? In a campus, you are learning, you are undergoing training. For that, you are paying a fee. But in a corporate, you are working, and as well as you will get a training, but they are paying for you. So here learning is happening, there earning is happening. Okay. But you have to make yourself equipped to learn as well as earn more. That the question I asked you on that day, hope you remember. What do you aspire? What is your dream? And what are all the God's gift for you? That is your goodies. And what you are able to do with your aspiration. And what do you know to do with your dream? I was asking that. And how long it will take to achieve your dream. So hope I have received some assignments also. People have started thinking about their aspiration and working on it. Happy. Once your dream become true, how you are going to retain that, what you have achieved? That question also I asked you on the day. And the important thing we discussed is will, skill, build. What is your passion? I was asking that. The skill, there is no one way to learn a skill. There are many ways to learn a skill. And what is the industry is ready to pay for you? That we have discussed on the day. Important thing, how to set up a goal. That aspiration, it is go hand in hand, okay? So without goals, we cannot lead a life. If there is no goal, there is no direction what next we want to do, okay? So 5 steps I was talking about in goal setting process. Quick recap of that 5 steps. First, what you did? Commit yourself to the goal. What you have assigned. Very important. People are fixing a goal, whether they are planning to implement it. Then what step 2 we listened? It is basically you planned, you started executing, whether you are in the progress. That you have to check. And the next thing is whether you are on track. Okay. So you have to be a greatest motivator for yourself. Don't wait somebody to motivate you. And also feel supreme confidence. Okay. Be comfortable on what you do. That is very important. You should recognize yourself. And then it is a dogged determination in the sense, by hook or crook, whatever happens, I want to achieve it. Accept the criticism and move on. Okay, that we discussed in the session 1, and also the types of goal I said. Why? Because the assignment which we were asking about the goal setting only, even it is connected with the interviewers will ask you what is your short-term, mid-term and long-term goal. So prepare yourself with the goals, what you are going to answer in the interview perspective. And the day 1, session 2, what we have gone to, how to develop yourself and what is the attitude, how to build a positive attitude, how to build your confidence and all we were discussing. Correct? Okay, hope you remember along with me. So self-development, what is it? You have to understand who you are, the awareness of yourself and also where you want to go. So you are here somewhere and you decide where you want to achieve. And attitude, it's very important. And one important thing is attitude, don't care where you shape them. Once it is shaped, it becomes the part of your behavior. Okay. So a simple attitude makes a great difference. Right. So positive attitude, how you are communicating to others, the words you use. Okay. You have to generate a positivity wherever you are. You have to produce a positive image, and also the people should feel happy to be with you. This can-do attitude I was discussing. Hope you remember this. You can do everything, but not all at once. Yes, you need a time for that. And also, you can do everything, but enough. No, you are not finding enough time to complete everything. That's why we need a team. Okay. You can do everything, but you cannot be best in everything. Because everybody is unique. Everybody have a potential, but your potential may be different from my potential. Okay. There is no limitation you can do, right? And also you need a help. That's why I said the day beginning to day end, we are surrounded by people and somebody is working for that. I reminded of one story here. Actually, one person called Vikram, he was a fighter pilot. Okay. And he used to go to a job. He is a very nice gentleman. He do his job perfectly. Okay. One day, no, there was a big fight happened, and he couldn't sustain at that time. He escaped using a parachute and landed. So around 6 months, he didn't go for a job again. He was taking rest because his mind was upset and disturbed. Okay, what happened? He was okay, along with the family, he went for a dinner. While he was taking a dinner, after taking the dinner, he went out to wash the hands and come. The time one man was asking, "Sir, are you Vikram?" "Yeah, yes. You are the fighter pilot, no? Last December, your helicopter met with an accident, no? Your escape from the parachute, no?" "Yes, yes, yes. How do you know all the details about me? Did you read anywhere about me?" "No, sir. That day, I kept the parachute in your cabin." He was totally surprised and gave a hug to that man and said thanks to him. He never knew who kept the parachute for him. Sometimes we are not noticing who is helping us, right? And the security while you are entering into the college, okay, he is saluting. We may forget to say good morning or salute back, right? There are simple things makes a great difference. That's why who is helping you, you don't know. Have a heart of a gratitude. That is a good attitude. Believe yourself. That's the thing we discussed. First of all, you understand you can do everything possible for you, but you should decide what you want to do. You don't try everything. What really need at the moment, and also what really going to helpful. That only you can try and believe yourself for the try. And also build a self-confidence. Okay, believe you as a person. That's why again I'm telling, don't expect somebody will come and educate you about your confidence. See, God has given unique potential to everybody. You should understand yourself. Okay, you only can decide whether this day is going to be entirely a blissful day or a sorrowful day. It is depends on your attitude as well as what confidence you are bringing in. I can give you a number of examples for the people who is more motivated. Even the people who are all physically challenged, visually challenged, they have done a lot. They have achieved a lot. Why not we? Okay. Then day 2, session 3, what we listened. There the journey of communication skills started. And we discussed about verbal and non-verbal communication. What is a barrier in communication? What's the importance of 7C and all we discussed. I remind of this definition for communication. The right word to the right person in the right place at the right time. Okay? சரியான வார்த்தையை சரியான ஆள்கிட்ட சரியான இடத்துல பேசணும். In Tamil we can say. So the types of communication is the words what you speak only plays a role of 7%. 38% the tone how you convey the message, and 55% your body language plays a role. That is your non-verbal communication. So verbal communication, what we have seen. So any language what you want to speak, you should know the art of the language. How to learn a language in a quick manner. There is a key method is LSRW. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. First of all, listen the language what you want to learn. Okay, first listen to the people. That is the greatest respect you are giving to others. And then what you listen, try to pronounce the words. Okay, and then listening, speaking, reading. Start read magazines, newspapers related to the context. Start read, and what you read, try to write it. That is the way you can develop the skill in learning any language. That's how you can develop your verbal communication. Verbal communication is all written communication, like sending SMS, sending mails, newspapers, everything, okay, which is printed and as well as which we are typing. All comes into which we do verbally also come to a verbal communication. So what simple rules we discussed? Whatever you are trying to say, be clear. Okay? Don't give too much of detail in the beginning. When it is needed, you can give. So be brief what you are doing and relevant to the topic, you have to talk. And main important thing is, I told you already, art of listening, it really matters a lot. So study the objective, what you are talking. Okay? So understand the feeling beyond the words. That's why I said, don't only listen, understand the feeling beyond the words. Okay, be an active listener, show your enthusiasm while you're talking. Like somebody is talking, don't occupy with what you are going to answer. First listen to them what they are trying to say, because most of the people missing this skill. They are maybe a good communicator, they will speak a lot, but they are not a good listener. Sometimes it may be a problem. Okay, so what are all the barriers in effective listening? That also we discussed on that. Okay, so what is the barriers I didn't discuss, I'm discussing along with this. So internal barrier, external barriers we discussed, no? Like internal is something, preoccupied mind, okay, which is not helping you to listen, and as well as some bias with the person, why I want to listen to you. And external barrier is outside noise, and people are disturbing, playing a music very loudly, and you never understand the language also, it is a problem in listening. Okay, right. And importance of English in communication is, English plays 90% role. It's the reason this entire lesson I'm taking in English only, correct? Okay, because once if you start with any language, you have to use it. Then and there we can use sometimes bilingual, because the audience have to understand what we are talking. Okay, so your language, your public speaking, listening, it matters a lot. And the styles of communication, it's you can remember now. First of all, I want to have my word as a last word goes with the aggressive communication. That means you are only bothered about your needs, that is a selfishness. And you are bothered about only the others' needs. Maybe, you are like, no, like that attitude. Okay, that's a doormat. You are only thinking of others and you are asking their opinion only. They are deciding your life. That won't be nice actually. The communication should not be passive. The assertive is something which is a win-win. I can understand you to have the same rights as I have. Let us win together. That attitude only bring in the shift in the assertiveness. So people in the industry or college anywhere with assertive communication only wins at the end. And the major challenges in communication is medium of instruction, English, Tamil or Malayalam, whatever may be. Okay, and the mother tongue indifference. That is the very crucial thing. We want to have neutral accent, either American or UK. Instead, you have a neutral accent. Don't have your mother tongue should not influence your English while you are speaking. Well, you have done like that they'll ask. Have you done? Have you complete? You have to complete the sentence. Don't like that. You should not make it. And also fear. I told you, fear is a false evidence appearing real. What is not there, it is there like that we have a feeling. Okay, some people have a stage fear, some people have public speaking fear, some people have a height fear, cockroach fear and all. Okay, and also vocabulary and grammar. That really matters a lot. See, for example, the punctuation use. Let's eat grandma. If you write, okay, we are asking grandma, let's eat together. Suppose the punctuation is missing, we are going to eat grandma like that. So one punctuation kills a person actually, right? And also the culture where you are from, that also, it may be a barrier. It's a major challenge. We want to survive in a new environment. We discussed on aggressive, passive, assertive. This is empathetic communication. Very important. I can understand what you feel is sympathy. I feel how you feel. Put yourself in others' shoes. That is the empathetic communication. That's why I said understand the feel beyond the words. If suppose somebody is coming and telling something, this is a problem, you have to understand. I reminded of one story here. Okay, this is about the mouse trap. It's a tale actually. There was one farmer. Okay, in the farmer he is very happy. He himself and his wife only in the house. Okay, in the farm yard there is one pig, chicken, and cow is there. Along with that, he found a mouse. It was disturbing the entire field. Okay, the farmer found that there should be, I have to find some way to kill this mouse. What he did, no? He got a mouse trap, elipuri. Okay, he got a mouse trap and kept it. And that was inside there was a big chocolate, something like that. Okay, he kept it. This mouse was found the smell. There was some gift it was there, like that it was looking at. And it found that it was a trap, it didn't go inside. It went to the chicken and was telling, there is a mouse trap in the house. Then the chicken said, hey, come on, why should I bother about this? It is no way connected to me. Okay, now what happened? It went to a pig and telling that, my friend, there was a mouse trap in the house. I'm really worried. Hello, mouse. You should worry about it. Why should I bother? Like that. This is also telling. Okay, the mouse was totally upset. It went to a cow and telling that, Mr. Cow, there was a mouse trap in the house. Hello, why should I bother about the mouse trap? Even my head never enter into it. That is your problem. Don't come and tell. Then the mouse was a little bit worried because no friends are listening to him. Okay, let it be. That night, there was a big sound. Okay, something caught into the trap. Immediately, that farmer's wife went and touched that. And she thought the mouse entered into the trap. But what happened? And while she touched, she found that there was a venomous snake only. It bit her. And she was shouted big. Then farmer found that the snake bited her. And he took her to hospital. And he couldn't manage the situation. And the people said, you have to use a chicken soup for this treatment. So he killed the chicken and gave the soup to her. Okay. Now what happened? Again, the relatives who are all come, they were asking, see, pig you can, give, that was a pork, if you give, it will be, cure that snake biting. They cut the pig also and served, cooked it and served. And finally, it was become a food poison for the women and she died. All the relatives has come. They want to feed the relatives. They cut the cow also. They prepared a food using that. The mouse was looking at everyone. What happened to the friends? Because while it was addressing to the people, they are all telling it is not our problem. Now, understood that this mouse has escaped, but others enter into the trap in a different way. Therefore, why I said this is, if somebody is coming and saying something, whether you are able to help it or not, first listen. But that's why I'm not advising you to listen all negative things. Just listen to them, just comfort them. But don't give a room that every time you come and say the problem. Since I'm giving a service for everything, you have to come and give all your cars. No, it's not like that. He can say, okay, just comfort them. Don't say it is not my problem. I'm not bothered. So that is a way, don't do that. So have empathy on people. Fine. And we discussed on 7 C's of communication. Yeah, completeness. Whatever you start, you complete it. And that is concise, precise. Okay. Clarity in what you talk. Consider the situation. And correctness. What you start, you have to complete it. And have a courtesy. That is courtesy in the sense like what words you are using. And also correctness, what you are doing it. Right. And in the day 2, session 4, What we discussed? We discussed entirely on non-verbal communication, body language. Okay. And there we discussed why communication. So in order to achieve our goal, okay, in order to convey the message, verbal we did, okay. If we are conveying properly, it will boost up our self-esteem. So body language. So body language, on that day I was given few slides with a little image. I have a doubt that whether you are able to follow it or not. So that's why I brought some big images for the session. So what is body language? You know, how we are communicating with the gestures, expressions. It's an expression of emotions. Sometime in the school days and college days, you might have played, dumb charades. Somebody will come, the film name they will do as action. Somebody will find out what is the name of the film. So that charade game we play, no? That's the way. It's an expression of emotions. So this I have discussed already. The way how you can express your feelings, the gestures, what you carry, thumbs up, thumbs down and all, pointing out people. And a variety of handshakes we discussed. The appropriate handshake, hold the hand properly. Okay, so with your elbows slightly bent, with your thumb pointing to the ceiling. Okay, keep an eye contact. The pleasant expression should be there. Don't be too stiff. No wrestling handshake, no dominant handshake, no wet fish handshake, no queen's fingertip. That and all you should not have. Okay. This and all I didn't discuss while I was discussing on body language point. So I would like to add value here. Okay, you are asking question and somebody just shaking the shoulders, shoulder shrug. That is actually what you are saying. I don't understand what you are talking about. That body language implies. If somebody says with the point, all are correct. For super we use this symbol. Thumbs up. It's a signal which all going upward. So mostly if you use for all positive things, you can use it. And I told you on that day how to keep your crossed arm. Kai katradhu eppdin pesnom illaya. So this one, no, if you go, the hands goes upward. See, this guy's right hand goes upward. Whatever goes upward, that is positive symbol. It shows the agreement posture. That is called congruence. And this one, submissive, is something he surrenders, no? Like police having a gun, people surrender, ask them to rise up, no? Okay, so hands up, they used to say. And one finger if you use to point out somebody, it's a dominant position. And also totally all the hands you are using before you, that is aggressive posture, aggressive palm position. And also the handshake, giving control, taking control. Now, if you're holding one hand entirely, that is called a glove handshake. Glove handshake is something you are giving a bribe, okay? Rubbing hands, this upward, that is called a positive expectation. Steepling, no? The steepling is something, I told you on the day, it was a very little picture. So big picture you can understand. If it is a lower you are keeping, that is called, that is some negativity. It goes upwards, something which is evaluation, okay, rising. And the people who has a clenched hands. You can see in your classroom or you can see someone maybe in office, anywhere. These kind of people, you cannot understand what kind of person they are. Very difficult to decipher, okay. So this body language, you couldn't find out what kind of person they are. And also gripping hands. This, mostly avoid, keeping the hands out like backside. But this kind of the confidence thing is there, and frustrated people, how they keep the hands also I have shown. That is gripping hands. And Steve Jobs, open end, open posture. So while you're talking in public, you have to keep your hands open. That will be nice actually to see. Okay. This is the lady, what she holds is a closed attitude, totally closing. And the thumb display. Don't ever have the thumbs inside your package while you're talking. And this shows the aggressive posture, dominant posture. It shows the negative posture. And when you keep your mouth closed, if somebody is talking, you like that. Why you said this word? Suppress the deceitful words you are closing your mouth. You never say, somebody use a bad word or nonsense, anything, you will close your mouth. And this is very important. Now, while you're seeing somebody, There are no rubbing, no, or see like this kind of pictures, no, they indicate they're catching a line. Somebody say, why you are late, or why you are absent yesterday. They are trying to do scratching their nose or eyes or tobacco. Can understand easily they are catching lies. Or sometimes they have a sleepless night, they may be thinking hard also. And if someone pulling the tie to remove it, that means they are more frustrated. This kind of a posture is, while you are listening to this video, if you are having that left side this posture, then it is called evaluation. If you are sitting and watching with the two hands on your cheeks, then you feel bored. I told you, if you are having a crossed arm, it is totally closed, both the hands are closed, that is called a defensive posture. It shows your negative attitude. And partial arm, this one, no, you're having on the head. If somebody is calling, your ma'am is calling, or you have didn't submit the assignment, or your boss is calling, you're keeping your hands like this, means you are lacking the confidence and readiness. Okay, how your posture is. It should not have like this actually. This posture, no, it shows that, hey, over me, I'll ready to face that attitude, dominant. And this one, no, the friends only stand like this, the closed formation. This kind of a signal indicate that the privacy. And the crossed leg, no, you should not have, I already told you, no, it shows you are having nervous or any deficiency. If you are having this sign of holding total hand, say you are a stubborn, that is a four-leg lock position. Yes, you are a stubborn individual. This is something ownership, territorial gesture. You are holding your hands like this. Okay. It shows that pride of ownership. This is mine. Even I told you, even if you are not your car, you will want to stand and take a photograph. Okay. So start notice your body language. Why I have given more important to this is it plays a crucial role in an interview perspective. Anywhere, even you are talking nicely, your body language has a negative impression, you won't get the proper result. So no handshakes during this lockdown. So day 3, what we discussed. We discussed about grooming and etiquette part. So the corporate, what they expect. So what they expect, your attitude, skill and knowledge, your accountability. Okay, so whether you are fit for the job as well as you are accountable on what you do. Accountable in the sense, you are in charge for whatever you are doing. You are responsible for whatever you are doing. And your communication skill, your interpersonal skill, and how beneficial are for the company, and you have to maintain punctuality. We discussed all kind of etiquette now. Basic etiquette, telephonic, email, face-to-face. Here what we discussed. Start with proper greeting, polite, observe, listen, body language, everything. Don't pick anything while you're talking to someone. And also don't scratch. Okay? Don't be so rude and don't use any negative language. So maintain your hygiene. And telephone etiquette we discussed. That means with a smiling note, with a greeting you can start. And what you want to talk, just note down and talk. Don't waste others' time and yours time also. Okay? Use a proper positive words while you are talking. Don't shout. Well, the polite way you have to answer, you have to receive the call. And email writing, we discussed a lot about it. Don't forget to, that is, use a proper address. Don't forget to use a subject line, greeting, your signature column, everything. And body of the letter, salutations, everything matters a lot. Okay, and face to face, how you are talking to a person. Again, the body language plays a role here. Grooming part. So how to care your skin, your hair, your personal hygiene, the oral hygiene, what perfume you are using. Okay, that's another what body posture you care. And also the major thing is it's basically for for clean shave and maintenance, no long fingernails. Okay, for the men. For the women, the basic makeups you can have. or clothing. Okay, so what kind of a dressing sense? See the greater personalities. These personalities, if you remember their images, it's totally the dressing sense, everything it comes to our mind. You have to create your own style. So what gestures they are carrying, t-shirts, what you wear, and men grooming part. So you have to use a formal shirts. I'm talking only at the interview perspective and office professional. Even IT industry, they're asking Friday you can come with a not formal dress. Actually, they'll allow you to wear t-shirts and jeans and all. All the days you are wearing a formal dress. So women, what suits you, what fits you, what color suits you, you can wear. Probably for the interview perspective, wear a salwar kameez in a closed format. And gender etiquette really matters a lot. Okay, so opposite gender, how you are talking, if unless otherwise they are forwarding to give the handshake, you have to do, otherwise don't do it. So I said on the day, if you want to have something you never had, do something you have never done before. That means if you want to get the different result, do something what you have not done before. Okay, let's come to day 3, session 6. This is entirely on how to present a PowerPoint presentation as well as public speaking. I discussed about how you can start the introduction part, what the topic is all about, how you can plan, and how you can make a design, practice, and find a mentor, what you have, practice you want to show. Then get ready for the presentation, how you are presenting, have eye contact with the audience, and handling questions. You have to anticipate questions, you have to prepare previously. Okay, that and all we discussed. And also how we are concluding the presentation. And the points to ponder in your PowerPoint presentation is start on time, right body posture. That's why already we discussed the body language. Body postures and gestures matters. Don't read the presentation. The media is only to enhance your performance. Just pictures. People will be getting more interested. The presentation is good. They look into the presenter only. Okay, right? And also the formality, you have to maintain it properly and be an entertainer. Don't be too boring. Okay, don't drive away the monotony. Make it more interactive and prepare questions. Don't argue with the audience. Okay, and I used to say, you want to be a better presenter also, if there is extra time is needed, buy the time from the audience that can you take a little time of yours, like that, because time management matters a lot. Okay, so focus on the audience, make it more simple and make you more comfortable. And also you can start with a quote or you can start with a story, more enthusiastic. Okay, that we discussed. Now the day 4 and session 7, we discussed about time management. That's very important. One important thing is, suppose you are maintaining a file or anything, any papers or your shoes, your watches, whatever may be, have it in one place. Mostly our time is wasted where we want to keep, you are not keeping in that place. You are putting somewhere also takes the same time only. எடுத்த பொருளை எடுத்த இடத்துல வைக்கிறதுக்கு கத்துக்கோங்க. That is the important thing for time management. Okay, so why time management? What are all the traps and the 4 quadrants of time management we discussed? And big rocks of life. You remind of the story? The rocks are your family, your friends. And you might remind of the sand. Sand are all petty things we should not waste the time. And the time, I have given you expansion. Prepare the list. What to do first, and second, identify the priority and make the things to happen. And also evaluate the deviation, what happened. Okay, the 4 quadrants, you want urgent, important, urgent, not important, not important, not urgent. Like that we have seen, no? Okay. So what is the benefit of time management? It will make you more efficient and successful and healthy also, because if you are late to office, you have to hide yourself from the boss, hide yourself from the principal, and what to answer, you have to start saying lies. So if you are really healthy, if you have started saying lies, you lose your health. If you are stressed, you lose your health. So if you wake up early, the early bird always catches the worm. So what you did? In a time management, you have to set up the goal, what you want to do, to-do list, prioritize the work, organize the work, and sometimes you want to say no, that is very important. And also use your waiting time, either you can read a newspaper or a new book or listen to music, anything. Okay? And also concentrate what you have. Consider your prime personal time. You have to allocate time for yourself to be in silent. And also celebrate your success always. And day 4, session 8. What we discussed? Professionalism and personal branding. So what changes is happening if you are industry ready? Already we are in industry ready in the sense, what industry really expect, what changes is happening to me, what industries expect from me, how I can make me successful. So professionalism. I have seen some pictures earlier, like I have shown you that what are all the unprofessional things you should not follow. So basically, again I am reminded of accountable, should keep your things organized, ethical, and also poised, and phone etiquette you should know, good communicator should be, and competent enough. It's a race, corporate is a race, okay, and should be reliable, be a trustworthy person, okay, and also right attitude, the winning attitude, and neat, that's how you groom yourself. And branding, stand out and differentiate yourself. So you have to build a brand, strengthen your strength, weaken your weakness. Hope you remember of all this. So what is the purpose? You want to have a branding. Even a small thing in a market has its own brand. Why not as a human being we can have our own identity? So allow to be yourself, create your own brand. So the recap is good work habits you should have. Maintain good relationship. That also creates a brand actually. Whom you are connected with, it matters. Okay. So eagerness of the winning attitude. Organize your things. Volunteer for the project. In a workplace, learn a new skill day-to-day basis. Have a positive attitude. So in day 5, what we discussed, very important, crucial thing, group discussions. We discussed about cash, right? Knowledge, attitude, skill, honesty. And the styles of communication we reminded of, and what behavioral traits, and also the types of GD and do's and don'ts we discussed. So what is group discussion? It is something you want to generate an idea, and also this is an important parameter to identify, to filter out whether you are fit for the job or you are a good communicator, that and all. So remind of knowledge, attitude, skills, honesty, and how the evaluation happening. They'll check your personality. Personality is not your outer appearance, your attitude towards things. What is your behavioral traits? And communication, which involves verbal as well as non-verbal. And knowledge about current affairs and skills. And leadership, you are an initiator, you are summarizing, that and all. And the types of GD we discussed: factual topics, controversial, abstract, and case-based. And I discussed a lot about how to create a positive impression in a GD. Okay. On day 5, session 10, what we discussed. So how to write an effective resume and understand the different types of resume format. Okay. And create a good format for you. And the major part is how you can face an interview, the tips and tricks I gave you. The resume. So focus on the objective, your profession summary, the competency, your educational qualification, your technical qualification, your achievements, your personal traits. That means curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, and associations, what you have, the achievements, honors, what you have received, everything. And I have given a sample also. And the types of resume: chronological, functional, combination, targeted. And also mini resume is there. There's a picture just to remember that. And one important thing is resume won't bring you a job. It does get you an interview only. A job, you have to fulfill, you have to pass the interview. So how to write resume we have seen. How to format your resume we have seen. How you can arrange the contact information. Okay, and also the objective, the summary, the work experience, education, everything, how you organize also we discussed in detail. And no, the next part is on interview tips. So I said that the job hunt, so good knowledge, first of all, you have to research yourself. You should have a system. Your determination, you have to work 6 days a week for at least 6 hours a day. And before the interview, I told you very clearly, interviews are won before the interview takes place. That means you have to research yourself, rehearse what you are going to answer in an interview. Okay. Yeah. This one, study about yourself, study about the industry, the organization where you are going to work, and what is your job title. That is a JD, job description. The SWOT analysis, do you remember? Strength, weakness, and opportunity, threats. Okay. And share your achievements. So what traits the employees are looking for? This entire thing we discussed in earlier this thing. So basically, whatever you learn throughout the year doesn't matter. How you present. The interview is not only checking your technical skill, your presence of mind. Okay. How you are showing your interest in the given position. And we discussed elaborately how to answer for tell me about yourself. So for the experienced candidate, how they are starting, when you got a degree and what is your current position, like that you have to start. For no experienced people, it is basically you can start with your graduation, that is what is the latest degree you receive, and your achievements and all, like that you can talk. So during the interview, the do's and don'ts be discussed elaborately. So create the first impression is a lasting impression. Dress up for success. Don't bluff. Don't argue. Okay. So you should remind of you practice and go. You can practice before the mirror. And the types of interviews also we have seen. You may remind of some stress interview will be there. Hypothetical questions may be there. What is the thing is there are many resources available in the website. Okay. You can go through the resume format as well as what kind of a patterns the interview is. Even you can watch some YouTube videos, the mock interview videos and all I have already embedded in the earlier session video. Okay. And you can watch many, but which really suits you can. Don't watch too much of thing. It will confuse you actually. Which language you are comfortable, that language the videos are available. So the entire journey, it's created a wow effect to travel with you guys. So at the beginning I was asking, the session is entirely meant for sharpen your knowledge and skills. Hope you have sharpened your knowledge and skills. So learning never ends. Hope you agree with me. It's just a beginning. And you want to be the best version of yourself. And our Inspire is conducting one faculty development program, Unleash Your Potential, on coming 27th and 28th May between 11 to 1 p.m. And we are planning to provide the e-certificate as well as the study materials. Okay, I'm only going to handle the session. That is purely a webinar, and definitely you will get an idea how you can enhance your leadership quality, how you can realize your potentiality, and how you can balance your emotional intelligence, how you can know what are the classroom phrases you can use, the teachers especially who want to have a career as a teacher and who already a teacher. Okay, and also the teaching methodology such as now the online teaching is there, no? How you can have an effective online coaching, how you can use icebreakers and all, and also your classroom teaching, how get hold of a student and how you can inspire the student and motivate the students, everything it is going to be addressed. The registration link is here and the last date for the registration is 26th May at 5 p.m. Okay, since we have 27th and 28th. Okay, so any queries you have, you can reach me through mail or you can contact this number. And also we are uploading many motivational and technical videos here. Our channel name is Inspire-Dr. Karthia Banu and the YouTube link is also I have given, right? Normally, any workshop or seminar if I conduct, I will conclude with this quote only, which I follow in my personal and professional life. If you salute your duty, you need not salute anybody. If you pollute your duty, you have to salute everybody. Yes, I follow APJ Abdul Kalam word. I also request you to follow this. This will definitely lead to a great success. You can see your growth in your own eyes. And all the very best to everybody who is listening. Stay blessed. For any queries or any program requirement on soft skill as well as the technical skills as well as the faculty development programs, any content development, any workshops, you can reach us, our Inspire Softech Solutions, the mail ID as well as you can contact us, the phone numbers what we have given. Thank you all. Have a wonderful learning.